Hi, I'm going to show you how you can use this web page as a simple four-choice communications device that you can customize. So let's see how you. Let's listen to it.
I like that.
I like that. So if you click on the Edit Buttons button, a drop down appears, and as you can see, there are three text fields associated with each one of the buttons that define what the button looks like and what it'll do. So the one that says set message will you could define what the button says when you click on it. There's a label, that's what appears in the button, and then there is an image URL. Not an image itself, but where to find it. So first off, let's see how you can get to this page. The easiest way for you to find the page would be to open a new tab and type in JAMJOLU space AWP. Let's do it. And you want to follow the link that says Welcome to AWP. That'll bring up this page. AWP stands for Accessible Web Pages. Click the link to Communication Page Sets.
Communication page sets.
You could hear that.
Communication pages table of contents.
And then notice that there's also an editable two-choice page, but we're going to look at the editable four-choice page.
An editable four-choice page.
Okay, here we are at the default page again with yes, no, like, and don't like. Let's click the edit buttons. And previously I saved a couple of other setups. There's a drop-down menu, and if I select one of the setups that I've saved, let's say setup 1, there's a description. The description tells me that I actually saved something under setup 1, in this case lunch favorites. If I click get setup, you can see all the buttons changed, showing various things that perhaps somebody likes for lunch. Okay, so how could I change one of these buttons? The best way to do that, you'll need a source of symbols, and I recommend open symbols. So let's find open symbols. So I'll type in open symbols. I'm not making any space between the two words, and I'll click enter. And you want to choose the link to open symbols at opensymbols.org. If you've never been to Open Symbols, it's a tremendous resource. It's got a huge collection of open license picture symbols that you can use in printed materials or in online presentations or even on other speech devices. And the collection is derived from other websites all over the internet. Thanks to the folks at Cough Drop for creating this amazing resource. Okay, so let's say instead of the taco we want a cheeseburger. There we go. There's an actual cheeseburger. So I'm going to right click on that picture. I'm going to select copy image address. I don't want the picture, I just want the address. And we're going to change the taco. So I'm going to click on set image for button 4. I'm going to press Control A to highlight all the text that's in that text box. and Control V to paste my new picture. Let's update the page. I'll click the Update Page button, and bingo, there's my hamburger. But let's change now the message. A cheeseburger and cheeseburger. Okay, so let's update the page again, and let's listen to it.
I would like a cheeseburger.
Okay, so that's great. They would like a cheeseburger. So if I want this, whatever changes I've made, to be remembered, I do have to click this button here that says Save Setup. Okay, so just to show you that it actually was saved, I'll hide the buttons. I'll hide not the buttons, the editor. Clicked on the Hide Options button, and I'll refresh the page. That brings us back to the default setup. If I click on Edit Buttons, and we get the lunch favorites setup, there's my cheeseburger again. Okay, if lunch favorites is something that needs to be presented when the page opens right away, I don't really see that as being a that urgent a thing, but I can click on this button that says Use this setup on page open. It will automatically bring that setup into view when you load the page. You will no longer see the default setup. So let's hide the options one more time. I want to show you some other features of this web page. One is that you can have multiple different looks. If you hold the Alt key down and you tap on the letter L, you'll see it changes the look of the page. And back to the blue look. The other thing you can do is you can also check to see if other voices are available, which will depend on which browser you're using and which device you're using it on. So if you hold the Alt key down and you press V,
does this sound different?
You can toggle through different voices.
Does this sound different?
Does this sound different?
If you like a particular voice and you want that voice to be used when the page is open, hold down the Alt key and press S.
The page voice was saved.
Okay. So the next time I reload the page, that's the voice we should hear. So let's just test the voice on this page.
I really want pizza.
Okay. Let's reload the page. Okay, so as you can see, the page reloaded and the voice remained the one we wanted. You can save all the changes that you make to the page, the look and the voice, by pressing Alt, Shift, and S. If you can't remember all these different keyboard shortcuts, if you press Alt and K, you'll see a list of available keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so again, to get to the four-choice page, let's go back to the first slide here. You want to type in JAMJOLU space AWP. To get to open symbols, just type open symbols without any space into a Google search engine.